morning, Lead Bullets for Life here. Happy Sunday to you. Duplicating your own cast bullet hand loads to match factory target loads is what we're going to be doing today. So over here I have a couple of samples. Over here on the left we have a factory. It's a Federal white box. It's a 158 grain lead round nose. Inside of it there is 3.5 grains of powder, a small pistol primer, and the bullet weighs out to be 157.9 grains. And to the right of that is a 165 grain lead round nose with 3.5 grains of HP-38, a CCA small pistol primer, and over here to our immediate right we have our 170 grain key style bullet in traditional lube with 3.5 grains of HP-38 as well. So to duplicate and to see if we can get the same performance out of the factory load with our hand loads is going to be one of our tasks with the HP-38 powder today. Okay, for the hand loads, basically what we did was we used all Federal case brass. There's 100 here, 50 for the lead round nose, and 50 for the 170 grain key style bullet. And to make the reloads fair to compare with the factory load, we used all the same brass to make sure that everything that we did was uniform. The powder charge, the bullet weight was so-so, not exact the 158 grain, but close to it. And so try to match the specs as best we can, and to see if we can get the same performance, or if not better, out of the hand cast loads. So folks, what I've done was I've modified my reloading bench. As you can see, I've added my RCBS Uniflow powder measure, and these are very accurate, by the way. This is what I use to charge up the shells for the test. Here is my Lee Progressive 1045 ACP, and here's the 38 Special, my RCBS single stage press with the single feed primer system, and of course the 9mm version. In the process of sorting out cases for the test, I come across quite a few split cases. This one here is pretty much far gone. There's a few I found too that was just starting, the mouth was starting to get cracked on it, right about there. And I think I found one here as well. So basically what this does, the setup here gives me a little bit more ease as far as reloadability. I don't have to remove any of the presses for each caliber anymore to go ahead and reload the specific calibers that I want. So I have my three favorites here, the 45 ACP, 38 Special, and 9mm of course. And of course we have your single stage press here for your priming and for single stage crimping. This RCBS Uniflow powder measure is extremely accurate. I've had it for over 30 plus years now. And you can see it's got some, battle scars on it from dropping it over the years. But it's quite reliable. It locks up pretty tight down here with our locking system. And it's quite smooth, actually. And it gives me accuracy shot per shot without any deviation at all. Okay, so let's pack up, head out to the range, and give these 100 rounds a test drive. See if we can match our performance with the factory Federal. And then come back and get our review on our shoot today. Okay, so right now we're going to fire the Federal factory load, 158 grain and 3.5 grains of mystery powder. This gun can be the Smith & Wesson 686-6. 739, it was dead center. That's pretty good ammunition. Alright, so 6 rounds of HP-38, 3.5 grains, 165 grain lead round nose bullet, Federal case.
Yeah, that's good.
720. 702. 726. 704. 691. 708. All right, now we're going to try the 170 grain deep style bullet with 3.5 grain Hodgson's HP-38. 737. 723. 729, looking good. 739. 756. Excellent. 728. Guys, this is an extremely good spread for the heavier bullet, and accuracy was a little bit better, and velocity was just a tad higher. And a lot of that has to do with the heavier bullet, the pressure back a little bit more. All right, let's do it.
Rifle side number 50, 100 number 50, whoever's on number 50, rifle side, please come to the office.
Okay, about a 600 second average. We'll try this on one clip. Well, that'll also hit the low 600s to upper 590s, and accuracy is much better. It seems like they like the heavier bullets. Okay, so we're back from the range, and believe it or not, that was a good guesstimation on the charge with the reloads versus the Federal 158 grain round nose. When I measured out I took apart the Federal factory load. It measured out at 158 grain soft lead bullet,
and it has a nice little aerodynamics to it. That's what I like about those Federals. Anyways, the powder charge was 3.5 grains, and I figured, well, let's go ahead and just, you know, match it. So I used my 165 grain round nose to duplicate it, and 3.5 grains of HP-38 with both the 165 and the 170 grain semi-wet cutter. And the first shot, as you saw, the first shot with that factory load at 729 feet per second hit dead on. It took that red dot right out. Then I followed up with the 165 grain round nose, and the velocities were not too far off. You know, low sevens to like 722, 23, and that area there. Now, what surprised me was the 170 grain Keith stem wet cutter bullet at the same grainage, and the velocity just jumped a little bit higher. So my guesstimation is that it's a heavier bullet, it's seated deeper, so therefore there's more pressure behind the bullet itself, so it'll launch it out at a nice decent velocity. And it was right up there where I wanted, around 750 or so. The ideal velocity for the test was actually like 755 to 760, which duplicates 38 standard police loads from the old days, you know, with the 158 grain round nose and the nickel cased ammunition. And so this was close. So I think if I bumped it up to like maybe 3.6 to 3.7 with the 158s or the 165 grade, it'd probably be up there in the 750, 760 feet per second range. But I think 3.5 was good enough. But I didn't like the accuracy with the 165 grain. You know, they just didn't seem like they were shooting accurate enough. So, you know, I opt with the 170 grain. This is why I did the 170 grain, was to make a test comparison as far as accuracy and velocity. And lo and behold, the 170 grain, being a heavier bullet, was more efficient and more accurate in this particular load itself. But anyways, guys, this was a great test. I enjoyed it, and we'll catch you at the next video. For now, you have a good Sunday, and share some of your thoughts and views with some of the other shooters, and then your days go by a lot nicer, and you'll both feel better for it. But anyways, this is Blood Wolf's Life. Thanks for joining me today. We'll catch you at the next video. Bye for now.